Hello all my radiant learner, ready to ride to the world of math? Today we will focus on the factor method of polynomial, and I will show you 3 common factor way. No need to wait in line. With the time span as your guide, you hold the power to write any desired section. Now let's buckle up. So the first way will be the greatest common factor. So here we have a polynomial, and now the first thing we need to do is we find the greatest common factor. So the name is greatest common factor, but we need to look for the smallest number of that you see here. A3, we have A10, and we have A5. So the A3 is the smallest one of all. So we factor A3 out. Now come to the B. We have B8, B4, and B2. So B2 is the smallest. So we factor B2 out of the group. Now let's see what we have left. So A3, since we already factors out, we don't need to put it in out here. And then we got B8. So now as you see 8 and 2, so you get you take 8 minus 2, you will get B6. Then the next term is 7, 8, 10. You bring down the 7, and then for A10 and A3, A10 minus A3, you will get A7. The next term is B4, same thing, 4 minus 2 is 2, plus, bring down the 2, A5, 5 minus 3 is 2, so A2. And then B, since this one B, you already have it, so you don't need to write it. Then that's all. This is your answer by doing the greatest common factor method. Our next method will be grouping. So for this one, you can actually doing the parentheses like this, like you group them together. So now it's the same thing with the grouping. You can do the factor out with the greatest common method. As you see right here, 7x and 73x, they have common in the 7x because x is smaller than x3, x to the cube. So you factor out x 7x. So this one 7x, and you already factored out, you got 1 plus x, since 7 you already factored out, so now x cubed and x. 3 minus 1 is 2, so you got x squared. Same thing with here, you got x4 and x6. You just factor out the smallest combination they have, which is x4. Since x4 you already factored out, you got 1 plus 6 minus 4 is 2, so you got x squared. Now as you see, you got the same factor here. You can combine them together by grouping it again, like 7x plus x4, and you combine this one, x squared. Now as you can see, 7x with x to the 4, they have the greatest common factor again. So you factor one more time, you factor x. You got 7 plus x cubed. Then this one, you don't find any greatest common factor, so just bring it down normal. So there you are. That's your answer for this grouping method. The next method we will do is just a regular factor by quadratic. This one is quadratic equation. So the first thing I want you to remember when you see quadratic equation, you doing like this if they require factor method. So now you see y squared, you can bring down the y here. Both y you distribute it because this one is we factors out, but if you want to combine to back into this equation, you can distribute it. So now we do factors out. So now here is a trick for you to do faster. So you see this one is 60. So I want some number here with some number here, multiply together. Like these two numbers, you multiply together. And then for this number right here, the 16y, is the trick is you to add them together. So this one is this number, the same number with the y, and this number with this number here. Since you got that number down, you add them up together, then you get the middle number, right? So now let's try it out. So same thing, we got y. So now, what make up the 60? So you can do 6 and 10. Since 6 times 10 is 60. Now, since this one is easy for us, it is all plus sign, so you can just put the plus sign here. And now we do the calculation. 6 times y is 6y. 10 times y here is 10y. Now you do the add. 6 plus 10 is 16, and then y, just bring out the y, so you got the 16 here. So that here is our answer for this equation. Okay, let's try the next one. Here, as you can see, this problem, we missing the middle number. That means now we need to think about it is, since the middle number is missing, that means whatever add or minus need to be cancelled out. So what cancels out when you add? That means you're thinking of negative plus positive. That one is cancels out. So now you know our middle here have to be plus and minus. And then w, you can bring down the w on both sides. And then for the 4, you can distribute it 2 and 2 because 2 times 2 is 4. So now with the 25, the only one right now that can cancel us out for 25 is 5 times 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. So we can do here 5 times 5, 25. We got this check. Now we want to find our middle number. So we got 5 times 2 is 10 w, and then this side 2w times, this one will be negative as well. And then 5 times 2w will be 10w, but plus sign, and you have the plus sign here. So now you add them up together. Minus 10 plus 10 will give you 0, and w ring down. So anything with 0 in front, you don't need to write it. So that's why there is a missing here. So you just leave it out, you don't have to write it. So there you are. That's your answer right here. All right. So now we can do a challenge problem. All right. I encourage you guys to pause the video and try it yourself. All right. I hope you guys have the same answer as me. So here's my answer. And I know this one is a little bit different from what I show you guys. Why the 4? I don't break it into 2 anymore. Because here, as you can see, 3, to get the 12, I can get 3 times 4 is 12. So this one check for me. Now, I'm worried about the middle number. So 3 times z will be 3z. And 4z times 4 will be 16z. And both are plus, I just put the plus here. So 16 plus 3 is 19, and the z I just bring down. So this is check for me. And here, I know a lot of people might make a mistake. So I bring out this for you guys to see if I break my 4 out into 2. So here, for the multiply, I will go with green first. So we want 6 times 2 will be 12. So we got our 12 check. But now we do the plus side. 6 times 2z, 6 times 2z will be 12z. And 2z times 2 will be 4z. So if you add this up together, you will get 16z. That is not what we want. We want 19. So this one is a no. And you try another way. Same thing with the multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. You got the 12 check mark. Now you worry about the middle number. So 3 times 2z, you will get 6z. 2z times 4, you will get 8z. So plus them up together, you will get 14z. And we want 19. So this one is incorrect as well. And the last one I can think up to multiply by 12, which is 12 times 1 will get us 12. So that check out for us. Now again back to the middle number. 12 times 2z, we will get 24z. And 2z times 1, you will get 2z. And you plus them up together, you will get 26z. And we want 19. So the 26 not work for us. So this one is wrong again. Alright, I hope you guys understand. And if you have any comment or any question, leave any comment under the comment section and I will gladly reply back to you. Bye.